Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new to my channel, hey, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you are back, welcome back. Today I'm here to do a recap and a month in a review of July 2022. In these videos in this series, I just like to share with you the different projects I've completed throughout the month, any maybe fun milestones that were hit, and then also look ahead at the upcoming month and let you know kind of what's coming up and what plans I have. So I actually, for the month of July, I had 4 finishes, but I have to say that 2 of those were whips coming into the month of July. So it's not quite as impressive as it might actually sound. And then I have 1 whip going into the month of August. This month I put up 22 videos on my YouTube channel. That did not include any of my Patreon vlogs, which I do have a Patreon if you're curious to find out more about that and the different perks that I offer. I'll have that linked below in the description, but no obligation whatsoever. It's just if you want a little extra content and behind the scenes. One of the fun things that I did that I wanted to point out this month, in case you missed it, I did put up my updated diamond painting stash video. My husband and I built a house out of Diamond Art Club boxes, as you could see in the thumbnail for that video. And I went through the process of pulling out and showing you every single one of the diamond painting kits in my stash, at least the licensed ones. I had a lot of fun doing that, and if you like stash videos, go back and check that one out. I'll link to it below in the description box as well. But it was also just a few days ago, as of the time of this filming anyway, so you shouldn't have to scroll too far back to find it. And then I also had a lot going on this month, just in the way of, it was a second month of Summer with the Masters 2022. This is the second year doing this event. I, just like last year, got to co-host this event with my friend Jessica at Tiny Worlds of Wonder. It has wrapped up. It just went through June and July. It was an event centered all around artwork that falls under the kind of that umbrella of the old masters, which is from before the year 1927, which is the current copyright year in the US. But we had so much fun hosting this event and seeing all of you guys participate. Most of the finishes that I have to show you today are finishes that are for that event specifically. And I've loved seeing your guys' progress on projects as well. So stay tuned. I don't know if there's going to be a 3rd annual event. We'll see. But for the moment, we have wrapped up this year's event. And if you want to go back and watch any of the videos in this year's series and or see our wrap-up videos that include our grand prize winner announcements, I'll link to the playlist below. That's kind of that initial recap of the month. Now I want to actually take some time to show you my completed projects. Here I have my paper logbook. I do track things in the Gems Flow app, but then for projects that I actually work on and complete, I do have a logbook where I put like pictures and my thoughts on all of them and whatnot. So I just, honestly, I often use these videos to get caught up on my logbook because sometimes I tend to fall behind. But yeah, so I'll be referencing this just because sometimes I need those notes. Anyway, my first finish for the month, and it was a whip going into the month of July from the month of June. I had, I think, over half of this done. But this was my custom that I ordered for Summer with the Masters. This artwork is named Destiny. It's from the artist John William Waterhouse. I'm going to see if my camera decides to have trouble focusing on this artwork. You guys, I don't know if you noticed, but in my week 8 video for Summer with the Masters, where I did a recap and a kind of set of mini post reviews on my different finishes for the event so far, that my camera did not want to focus on this artwork for love or money. I don't know what was going on. I suspect it's because maybe her face looked slightly out of focus and my camera was just like really, really trying to pull her face into focus, and it was jumping, and oh my gosh, it was something else. But anyway, the name of this piece again is Destiny. It's from John William Waterhouse, the artist. I ordered this custom from Dreamer Designs because I had some requests from people to try out the customs that Dreamer Designs does have to offer. And I thought that they would be a good company to try out because in addition to offering customs, all of the rest of the artwork in their shop is legally licensed. And so I really like to support shops that offer legally licensed artwork only if at all possible. So this kit ended up having 46 colors. I ordered it in a 60 by 80. You can choose what size you want to order your custom in from them. And I thought that this would just really lend itself well to a larger size. I got it in square drills. You can get it in round, I believe. But again, I thought the Old Masters artwork would probably look better with square diamonds. And I did not choose to get any ABs with it. So if you happened to listen to / watch my Week 8 Summer with the Masters video, you heard me do a mini post review on this piece, on this kit, and you heard that honestly, I had a very, very, very mixed experience with this particular kit. There were a lot of things about it that made it really difficult for me to work on. So I will say though, let me first start with the things that I really liked about it. I adore the original artwork, and I think that they did a decent job of translating it into diamond painting form. I think that some of it is really just gorgeously rendered. I think that surprisingly, like this mirror, which this is actually, yes, is a large mirror that's reflecting obviously the ocean and the ships. I think that that actually does really come together, especially when you pull back. I like the blues here. I think it's really striking and matches that original artwork really nicely. I think that they did a really, really lovely job with her dress, you guys. I really loved all of the shades of red and the purple tie here. I think they did such a nice job with. I think it turned out so beautiful. And of all things, I actually think that the floor, like the coloring on the floor panels, that turned out well. Because you guys, with Old Masters artwork, a lot of times, it has a muddier effect or a more watercolory effect. That is really difficult to translate to diamond painting form. It's why you don't often see a lot of companies that do hand charting tackling these kinds of kits, because it's so difficult to get it to translate well. And so I completely respect that. You know, I'm not saying like, oh no, Dreamer Designs did a poor job with this whatsoever, because I think that in a large part, a lot of the translation issues are just going to be inherent with Old Masters pieces. So given the original artwork, I think that this turned out well. I think that a lot of like these actual like whites and pinks and her skin tones, I think are amazing. I think that they look really beautiful. And I think that that was really nice color choice as well. And her hair as well. I think that it turned out pretty well too. I had plenty of diamonds left over. That was another plus. And the glue is sticky, so the diamonds are not going anywhere. So there are things that I did like about this kit. And I liked that I was able to try out a new to me company in terms of customs. So that was important to me as well, because one of the things I really strive to do here on my channel is to try a really, really wide variety of different companies as far as like prepackaged license kits and customs go, because I really want to be able to give you guys a really good sense for what different companies have to offer. So I was really glad I was able to do that. That was a really deliberate choice on my part for Summer with the Masters this year. I wanted to order one custom from a new to me company as far as customs go, and this is the one that I chose to go with. Now, let me tell you some of the things I struggled with. So one or two of these things are known things that are just come with working on a Dreamer Designs kit. I found these to be the same struggles that I had when I worked on a Dreamer Designs kit 2 years ago, over 2 years ago at this point. I believe that kit was even a version 1 kit, so it's a little bit disappointing to me that those issues have not changed at all. The main things are, for one, I'll pop a picture up on the screen and you're going to see two problems that I struggled with in this picture. So you're going to see that there's an extremely, extremely saturated drill field. Saturated as in it just looks like there is so much color packed into these small spaces that it bleeds into and blurs the symbols. It gave me a literal headache to work on. I had to work on this in small sections. A light pad made it worse. So there's a tip for you if you're working on a Dreamer Designs canvas and struggling with this. A light pad tends to make it worse. I had the best luck with using indirect natural sunlight. So working on it basically in the mornings or afternoons when I had indirect light coming in from my window. You're also going to see in this picture that there were several symbols that were so incredibly similar, literally identical, just oriented slightly different. And a couple of these, it was like, I don't know that I'm very well going to be able to tell the difference between these. Like, I really have to be paying super, super, super close attention. And just that there were multiple sets of these incredibly similar symbols, I thought, it'd be nice to see them maybe add some more symbols into the mix. I think that that would be helpful and make it less likely to mix up the diamonds, mix up the colors that you're using rather. I also struggled with the drill quality. These were some of the worst squares I've worked with in a while. I found, let me say this. I expect that square drills from any company, any given company, are very, very, very likely going to have some trash drills. Those are drills or diamonds that are unusable or not a good idea to use for any number of reasons. Sometimes it's because they have a little tab sticking off the side or haven't been cleanly cut at the bottom. Or sometimes if you were to look at the bottom of the diamond, you see that it's a little bit bubbled. It's not laying totally flat, or it's concave, like it's been totally scooped out. And so there's no bottom there to like grip the glue on the canvas really. And then some drills, it's just like they're so inconsistent in size that if you put down too big of a diamond, and squares sit up right close next to each other, if you were to place diamonds that are too big in those spots, they're going to pop because they're going to push against each other. There's not enough space for them. These diamonds in most of the colors, if not all the colors, had so much trash. Now, I did have plenty left over so that every single time I poured a color, it was such a pain. I had to go through, and I never do this with any other square drills from other companies. This has not been a problem. With one exception, there was a kit that I worked on from Oraloa last fall that has some similarly problematic drills. I believe they've since changed those diamonds from my understanding, but anyway, not the point. It was like every single time I poured a color into my tray, I had to take a minute and go through and pick out the trash or the too large diamonds, because otherwise it was just a pain to try to pick out the good diamonds and forget multi-placing. So that was just really frustrating. And I hate to be such a negative Nancy about this kit, but it made it a really, really difficult kit to work on. I feel like it took me a long time to get through it, and because I had to keep taking breaks because the drill field was so saturated. I don't think that their round drill kits have as much of a problem with this, I don't think. But basically my experience with this kit was nearly identical to my experience with the version 1 kit that I worked on and completed 2 years ago, which was like the Van Gogh Starry Night style with like the corgi butts. It was super cute, but like the second or third diamond painting I'd ever worked on, and it was like, oh my gosh. So, I don't know, you guys. I think a lot of this is going to be up to personal preference. I hear a lot of people saying that the problems that I'm describing having with these canvases are not problems that they have. So I'm not telling you not to buy from Dreamer Designs whatsoever. I am saying that, like everything, so much of whether or not you're gonna like working on one of their kits is gonna be up to personal preference. It's always gonna be up to personal preference. So I suggest that you take a look at a variety of different reviews out there, not just mine, and use that to kind of guide your decision and, give them a try. Honestly, you may have a very different experience than I did, but I am still glad that I worked on this kit. I liked a lot about it. There were a couple of other things that I didn't touch on that I found to be a bit problematic about this kit, like some of the color choices in the render. There are a ton of greens and grays in her skin that I thought were just not quite right. You can tell even at this distance in the camera, you can see it. It's not as bad through the camera. And there were a couple other spots that I just felt like it would have been nice if it would have been touched up. And that my impression was that ordering a custom from Dreamer Designs, I thought on that listing it said it was going to come with a live chat thing where they would touch up the image for you. And that was not something that I was ever contacted about to do. I just placed my order and then it shipped. So I don't know if I was supposed to have done that before I even placed my order. I'm not sure. I would like them to clarify that on the listing if that's the case, but I just assumed that that was going to be a part of it. Then again, maybe this was hand touched up. I don't know. But I was never, I was never a part of like that live chat process. So anyway, that is what it is. But you guys, this is my first finish for the month. This is my custom that I did for Summer with the Masters. And I adore this artwork at least. So anyway, I'm going to move this to the side. I'm going to pull out my next finish for the month. My second finish for the month was also a whip going into the month of July. This is the incredible Woman in Gold from Gustav Klimt. He's the artist. And then this particular version of it is from Diamond Dots. I feel like this kit is just like a quintessential diamond painting piece in general, not even just an old master's piece, to be honest. I first found out about this kit, my first exposure to this kit was actually from Dazzle Driller over on Instagram. She worked on this kit in, I think, the summer of 2020. It was shortly after I had started diamond painting, which is why I distinctly remember that. And I remember just being so enamored with all of the special diamonds in this kit, how sparkly it is. But at the same time, I was like, this is really not my personal style as far as artwork goes. But when we did Summer with the Masters last year, I thought, I kind of want to try to get my hands on this kit because I just continue to be intrigued by all of the special diamonds in this kit. Look at that sparkle already. Like, there are so many crystals and ABs and like oversized special shaped drills as well. I think that about half, a third to a half of the diamonds in this kit are specials. Like, so much up close. You can see there's tons of these gold metallic drills. There's these clear sparkler crystals. There's this really neat, like, smooth finish metal right here. There's a lot of these, like, where are they? Oh, like these big rectangle bars. Oh my gosh. So gorgeous. So I actually bought this kit last summer. I didn't necessarily know if I was going to work on it this summer, but then I really just needed a break from look at the sparkle even in those black diamonds. Oh my goodness. I just needed a break from the squares and kind of those more muted colors in my custom. So I kitted this one up and it just made me so happy to work on. Now, it's funny because Diamond Dots and Dreamer Designs, I think, actually have a lot in common. I think that I would almost put money on, I think they might use the same manufacturer because their canvases feel almost identical and are a material that I feel like I have never seen another company use. They both have this border outside of the drill field. Okay, so look next to the washi tape and in between the diamonds, there's that gold, yeah, you can see it, printed border. Dreamer Designs does that on their canvases as well. Diamond Dots drill fields are a little bit more saturated than other companies as well, like Dreamer Designs are. But I didn't find it as difficult to work on with this canvas. I think in part because round diamonds, the symbol's going to be just a tiny bit larger. And also because there just weren't as many colors to have to worry about sorting through. And still something about the printing, it didn't feel as overly saturated. It was just a tiny bit too saturated. Anyway, let me give you the stats on this because I completely forgot to do that. This is 67 by 91 centimeters, so it's quite large. It has a total of 34 colors and has some regular round drills, like non-special drills, but then like 12 special drills, a lot of which were like I said, these gold metallics, there's a ton of them all throughout. There's a bunch of these crystals all throughout and whatnot. This was my 84th finish ever and my 21st finish of the year and my second finish of the month. I really enjoyed working on this one. It worked up relatively quickly. I started it on June 30th, actually when I was in Texas visiting my friend Jacqueline, and finished it on July 14th. So it worked up pretty quickly, even working on it at the same time as my custom. I just enjoyed going back and forth between the two, and I was really happy that I stretched myself and decided to work on a piece that wasn't necessarily in my wheelhouse as far as art style goes, but this was just so much more enjoyable to work on than I was expecting. Someone commented, either it was on Instagram or on one of my YouTube videos when I posted about this kit. They were like, Diamond Dot's got a couple more of her kits. They talked about how they were working on the kit, The Fan or something like that, that was also from Gustav Klimt, and how it has lots of special drills. And I was like, shoot, I gotta go look at this. And sure enough, Diamond Dots has added several new Old Masters kits to their website that were not there last time I looked a few months ago. So I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna have some more shopping to do before next summer. But you guys, I was so happy with this. This is available at the moment on the Diamond Dots website. You can pick it up. I think you might be able to get it on Amazon or something as well. But if you like the idea of working with tons and tons of different special drills and working on a piece that, again, is just absolutely magical in diamond painting form, check out Woman in Gold. Here's my favorite special drills in the whole kit, by the way. These like mini or like medium-sized bars compared to the others. The one has like a rose gold hue to it, and I love it. And the ones in her bracelet, too, are really pretty. Anyway, this is my second finish for the month. Lots of thumbs up for this one. Do recommend. And let me move this to the side. I'm going to show you my third finish for the month. My third finish for the month is the absolutely adorable and gorgeous Star Maker. This is from the artist Yume Art and from Diamond Art Club. It is licensed, and this was from the first original release through Michaels Online. There was a set of kits that Diamond Art Club released initially just exclusively through the Michaels website, and this was one of them. They later were released on the Diamond Art Club website, so yes, this is available there now, but this is from that first release. I absolutely love this artwork. It is 51 by 76 centimeters. It has 33 colors, so not too much. It has square diamonds, and this is one of the very first kits that included some of Diamond Art Club's newer square diamonds. Around a year ago, Diamond Art Club began manufacturing all of their diamonds in-house, and I think the difference is most noticeable with their newer dark square diamonds. You could see the shine on them is absolutely amazing. So this kit, I just really wanted to work on a Diamond Art Club square kit, basically. I had been working on a lot of like color palettes for the Old Masters and whatnot, and was like, I just need a Diamond Art Club square kit in my life. I actually already did a thorough post review on this particular kit, so if you want to hear me go into lots of detail on it, I'll be sure to link to that post review below. But the main thing that I ran into with this kit, and this seems to be a little bit of a common issue, is that I actually ran out of a couple of colors and ran extremely low on a few others. So since I was the original owner and purchaser of this kit, I was covered under the lifetime warranty. They sent me replacements, not a big deal. I also had some spares left over in my stash, but this is the very first time I've actually run out of any colors on a Diamond Art Club kit, so I wasn't expecting that. But like I said, I was covered under the warranty. They sent me more. It's not a big deal. That's what it's there for. I'm guessing it was just maybe an error on the back end as far as how many that they had said to stock with the kit. But I love how this one turned out. This is one of my rainy day kits, which is just kits that have special meaning to me and that I don't want to just work on a whim. I work on them when it's a rainy day and I need a pick-me-up, or I want to work on something special. So it's also 2022 is the year of the water tiger, and so I thought that meant that this was especially perfect to work on this year. So I knew I wanted to work on it this year. But yeah, this had all of the what I call the usual suspects going for it: the glue quality, the drill quality, the canvas, the clarity of the drill field, the rendering. Diamond Art Club does an amazing job with hand rendering all of their artwork for diamond painting kits. All of the things that I've come to expect and love and know from Diamond Art Club were the case with this kit. So anyway, this is my third finish for the month, my 22nd finish of the year, and my 85th finish of all time. So I'm going to move this over to the side real quick, and I'm going to show you my very last finish of the month, which is this one right here. I decided that I wanted to try to squeeze in one more little kit for Summer with the Masters. So this is from Crafties. This is of the piece Starry Night over the Rhone by Van Gogh, and they sent this to me specifically for review and hoping that I might have the chance to work on it for Summer with the Masters. They were not obligating me to, but I chose to anyway. So this is a 40 by 50 centimeter canvas. It had 23 colors and had round drills, including some special drills as well. By the way, I am an affiliate for Crafties. That's why they sent me this kit for free. But I always strive to give you really, really honest and transparent opinions and as unbiased as I can possibly be. Anyway, like I said, this had 23 colors in it, and 4 of the colors were special diamonds. So let me point them out to you. We've got these yellow with a hint of orange ABs right here. We have the yellow crystals right here. We have a dark blue crystal. You can see that in there. And then we have a light blue AB in here. Look how sparkly those are. I love the effect of those. So one of the things that I like most about Crafties is a lot of their kits, not all, but a lot of their kits have pre-charted various special drills for you. Not just ABs. I like that they have ABs and crystals, and I really like the effect of it. So Van Gogh Starry Night pieces are kind of a staple of diamond painting, and they tend to be extremely confetti heavy, but they also tend to translate pretty well to diamond painting form just because of the nature of them. And I think that this one did. I think that maybe the ABs in here were maybe just a tiny bit light for the color, but I think that it still works well, especially as I look at it through the camera. I think it fits the piece pretty well. I really, really love that we had crystals in here. This is the reflection of the water. This is the actual Rhone right here. I love that we can actually make out the boats. Even though this is a pretty small piece, this is only a 40 by 50, I really, really do love that we can make out a lot of these details decently well. Like, they did chart that deliberately that way. One thing I definitely want to point out, and I did mention this in my week 8 Summer with the Masters video, one thing that was a huge, huge, huge area of concern for me was that there were 2 symbols in particular that were virtually indistinguishable from one another. Shoot, I did not take a picture, but it's in the video of my week 8 Summer with the Masters. But there's a letter B and a letter R, and they're both white letters on a light blue or light gray background, and it was not printed clearly enough for me to really easily be able to tell the difference between the two. I was squinting at the canvas, getting up basically with my nose to the canvas, like, what letter is that? Now, I lucked out because those 2 colors were so similar. I think it was like it was 2 of these really dark blue colors in here. They're so similar that I literally at one point, I accidentally poured one into the wrong container. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to mix these 2 colors together completely and place them indiscriminately on the rest of the canvas, which was like the upper half. I don't think you can tell the difference whatsoever. So it worked out okay for this, but I'm definitely letting Crafties know that that's something that I think they should look at changing, because difficult to read symbols should not really be a thing, in my opinion. But otherwise, I found this canvas really enjoyable to work on. It was very, 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 very confetti heavy. So even though it was only 40 by 50 centimeters, it still took quite some time to get through because every area had tons of confetti. There was very, very little color blocking. If you're new and you're not sure what confetti means, that's when you have tons of color changes in a small area. And in a canvas like this, which is really, really heavy on kind of the watercolor effect, yeah, there's lots and lots of confetti, generally speaking. So anyway, you guys, this was my 4th finish for the month. It was actually my 4th finish for Summer with the Masters overall, and my 23rd finish for the year, and 86th finish of all time. So let me pull out. I have 1 whip going into the month of August, and I'm actually really excited to share this with you guys. So this month I did an unboxing video of my materials for my new cross-stitch conversion project. I put my original cross-stitch conversion project on hold I will link to the videos Y below because I don't want to get into that whole thing right now, but I unboxed the materials for my new project. I am ecstatic about them, and I actually started this in the last few days of the month, and I want to share it with you all. So I'll show it to you first. So it's not much whatsoever, but this is the top left corner of my cross stitch conversion project. Now, what I am working on is a piece called Once Upon a Fairy Tale. It's from the artist Amy Stewart. I purchased the cross stitch chart from Heaven and Earth Designs, and I'm converting that cross stitch chart to a diamond painting on a blank canvas. So I'm reading the cross stitch chart on my tablet through the app Pattern Keeper and placing the diamonds on this canvas. Now, this project is going to be quite large. I broke it down into 8 panels that are long and thin in this size. Each of these panels, I don't think the size is on here, I don't remember it quite off the top of my head. Each of these panels is 30 something by 90 something centimeters, and there are 8 of them. So because this is one of Amy Stewart's kind of bookshelf series pieces, it really naturally broke down into 4 segments, like 4 rows top to bottom, and then I just split it down the middle as well. And I am finding this to be so much easier to work on size-wise. I got my materials, both the diamonds and the poured glue canvases, from Evermoment. I am extremely happy with both. I adore working on this poured glue. I think the diamonds so far are excellent quality. I'm running into very, very minimal trash, and I am loving it so far. And I think that you can even tell little parts of the image that are coming through already. Like there's an owl, obviously there's a lamp and some pillars going on here. I'm so happy. I have about, I think this is like 2% of the chart complete, because cross-stitch conversion project, those generally take longer to do because you're reading a chart and then counting spaces and placing diamonds. Obviously, I didn't make it all the way through this section, but I'm working in rows, and I'm basically breaking these down into 10 by 10 square blocks, and that's just making it very, very easy to work on, I feel like. So this is just a very, very small glimpse into my new cross-stitch conversion project. I'm going to try to spend a good amount of time on it this month before Drills and Chills starts. But yeah, that's a good time for me to go ahead and transition into talking about what is coming up in August. So I am, like I said, I'm planning to try to get some time in on this. It would be really fun if I could complete the first panel. Like that would be really, really fun if I could complete that sometime in August, but I'm not going to rush myself. I'm planning to participate in a couple of different events. My friend Jamie and Kirby over on Instagram are co-hosting their first event. Is called ABs in August, and I have a kit from DP with Sparklers that I'd forgotten about until I did my stash video that I decided to work on for that event. I also am planning to participate in Paws and Claws, which is a like a pet themed event that's being hosted by Laura at Anxiety Art Adventures and Steph at Drills Are a Girl's Best Friend on Instagram, or Lazy River Wood Turning on YouTube. They are hosting Paws and Claws, and I have a kit from Oraloa I'm planning to work on for that event. And then I'm planning to work on just as part of that this month, I'm enjoying that I'm going to get to work on a variety of different companies' kits, because I have my DP with Sparklers kit, I have my Oraloa kit, I have this Evermoment cross-stitch conversion. It's nice to make sure that I'm branching out and trying a huge variety of different companies out here for you guys as much as I can. In the midst of all this, I'm going to be prepping for Drills and Chills. Drills and Chills 2022 is happening, you guys. I am hosting solo this year. Jessica is taking the year off because she's starting a new job. Yay, Jessica! So she's helping and cheering me on behind the scenes a bit, but I have the announcement video already up for Drills and Chills if you would like to watch that and get all the details, but that's going to kick off on September 1st. We have the Facebook group up and running for that. It's kind of a collab Facebook group I'm doing with my friend Lindsay at Emeralds and Fairy Lights. She's hosting the Festival of Witches, which runs at the same time as Drills and Chills, and she and I have lots in common and do lots together anyway. So we're like, let's just do a collab Facebook group together. So I'll link to all of those things below, and you're more than welcome to check it out. There's still time to pick out a kit and order one for Drills and Chills if you like. I would love to have you. Let me know if you have any questions, but please do keep in mind that I am just one person. It may take me some time to respond to your comment or Instagram message or email, and it's also very possible, especially if you message me on Instagram or Facebook, those platforms like to eat messages or dump them into folders that I can't find. The best way to get in touch with me is by email. It's always linked in my description, but it's just diamondsandwashi, one word, @gmail.com. That's the best way to get in touch with me and know that your email will hopefully not be lost. But please do give me some time to get back to you, because I am a stay-at-home mom. I've got small children, and I've been getting a lot of messages and questions and that sort of thing, specifically about Drills and Chills. So I super, super appreciate your understanding and patience. And yes, I do have to give that disclaimer. So anyway, that was my recap of the month of July and looking ahead to what's coming in August. You guys, I am loving getting to work on all these projects alongside all of you. I hope that you're enjoying it too. I would love to hear from you. What did July look like for you? Did you have any projects you worked on and or finished that you're really excited about and you want to share? I would love to hear. Do you have any fun plans for August? Any events that you're planning to participate in or projects you're planning to work on? I want to hear about that too. So leave that in the comments below. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. If you enjoyed this video, would you mind giving it a thumbs up before you head out? And of course, if you're not already subscribed and want to see lots more diamond painting content from me, including what I will be working on in the next couple months, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you. All right, my friends, have an amazing rest of your week. I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.